What's going on, guys? This is Moonchild, a dude no way, and today I got a PvE build for every class that abuses stasis to crush through everything in your way. Whether you're a Titan, Hunter, or Warlock, the Aspect and Fragment system makes this arguably the best subclass in Destiny 2, so in this video I'm going to break down some weapons and mods you can pair together to give you top tier ability regen. To become the God of Winter, the first thing you want to grab is the Duskfield Grenade. This is, hands down, the best ability in the game for shutting down rooms full of enemies, and with the recent changes to cooldowns, Bungie was kind enough to make it the fastest charging stasis grenade. As soon as you put this on, you're gonna realize PvE enemies have a death wish. They're gonna stand exposed in the cold like a bunch of drunk dudes at a football game. No matter what class you are, you wanna grab yourself a stasis pair of gloves and throw on grenade kickstart. With this mod equipped, as soon as the Duskfield leaves your hand, you're gonna get a chunk of that energy back. These are the first pieces to becoming the God of Winter. To further that idea, you want to put on Whisper of Shards and get a primary with the perk Headstone. Whisper of Shards supercharges the regen of your grenade for shattering a stasis crystal. This is an insanely strong effect, but the Duskfield doesn't actually make them on its own. When you grab a primary with Headstone, getting a precision kill turns that motherfucker into a block of ice. You can proc this over and over with no cooldown, and when you shatter the crystal, Whisper of Shards kicks in and now you're spamming abilities. To get your hands on a weapon with Headstone, dive into the Grasp of Avarice dungeon and look for an AS Luna to drop from the final boss. You can also find it on the Vulpecula hand cannon, but that weapon kinda sucks, so treat it like the poor man's version. And while we're on the subject of weapons, let's go over what you should run in your energy and heavy slot. For your energy weapon, it really doesn't matter what you pick. I'd recommend something that stuns champions, and this is a great place to put an exotic if you happen to have one you really like. For your heavy, if you dip into Trials of Osiris, you can snag yourself a Reed's Regret, and if RN Jesus smiles on you, you might just get it with Headstone. That's gonna make it easy to chew through tough targets and keep Whisper of Shards rolling at the same time. And look dude, I know this is a lot to take in, so in a little bit I'm gonna throw a graphic on screen with everything I'm talking about laid out nice and easy. Screenshot it with your phone so you can kick back and enjoy the content. Now that we got weapons out of the way, let's get back to Aspects and Fragments. A God of Winter should be abominable, right? To pull off that feeling, you want to throw on Whisper of Rhyme and Whisper of Conduction. Whisper of Rhyme gives you an overshield for the low price of one stasis shard. To make sure you can actually spawn these, double check your aspects and equip the one that ends with the word Harvest. Each class makes shards in a different way, but that overshield comes in clutch for keeping you alive. With Whisper of Conduction equipped, not only do you get a free tier of Resilience and Intellect, but the stasis shards you create are gonna rush you like stink bugs on a lamp. That's free healing, flying at your face while you slay out and do what you normally would be. Remember that stasis pair of gloves from earlier? Slot elemental shards, and now every time you pick up a stasis shard, it's gonna give you 15% of all of your abilities back. When you combine that with Font of Might and Elemental Charge, you're getting charged with light, and your stasis weapons are getting their damage buffed by 25%. And again, all of that's happening just for picking up one stasis shard. That's a massive return on investment, and you want to put on Protective Light to spend those charges and keep you alive in the background while you're f***ing things up. With everything we've got so far, you're almost impossible to kill. You chuck snowballs that freeze groups of enemies, and then the icy pieces of their bodies absorb into your skin. The overshield they create is like a thick layer of permafrost, and all in all, you're about as relentless as a winter storm. But even with as nasty as all this is, there's an armor piece that takes the whole build and turns it up to 11. No matter what class you are, these exotics are top tier for getting shorter ability cooldowns. Hunters want to throw on the Frosties, Titans should put on the Heart of Inmost Light, and Warlocks want to grab Verity's Brow and a paper bag to go over top. On their own, all of these are pretty good, but when you combine them with Whisper of Shards, something magic happens. With those two effects rolling together, your entire grenade is going to come back in seconds. It's almost 10 times faster than the base cooldown. With Headstone on your primary, you can easily keep this at 100% uptime, and you're going to use more Duskfields than you ever have in your life. This is hands down the strongest crowd control in the game. And if you're watching this, wishing you could be the God of Winter, but you don't have the cooldown reducing exotics yet, I'll tell you what, dude. Real quick, I'm gonna break down a loadout you can use to smash through lost sectors and get exactly what you need. To check that out, all you gotta do is click the card on the right. Thanks for watching. I am Moonchild of Dude No Way, and I will see you in the next video.